It's that time again. It's time for another Saturday night special where we talk about everything rock hounding related. And before we kind of get into some of this stuff, we got some business to take care of. Those two boxes right over there, those are the boxes from the Rogue Rock giveaway. The people that were picked to receive those boxes never got a hold of me. And well, that's the way it goes. Gave them a week. You can't make somebody contact you. So we have two new winners. Put your names up on the screen. Karen, Gwen, if you two could please shoot me an email with your address, I would love to mail you some rocks. All right, that's that. Also, we have this pumice that we picked up down in Southeast Washington. And we'll throw this on the scale real quick and see who's going to get some stickers in the mail. I did say that this is kind of smashed down a little bit through geological uplift. So it's kind of a little bit of a clue that this might be a little bit more dense. So we have 318 grams, and that would put James Johnson. He's the winner of this. Well, not this. I'm going to mail him some stickers and stuff. So very cool. Shoot me an email with your address and I will get that mailed out to you. All right. Now that's taken care of. Oh man, everybody. It's cold. Even for me out here. It's currently 12 degrees in the shop and it's very windy outside. If you are standing out in the wind, well, I think the wind chill puts it down at about minus 15. It's a chilly one. So I got some cool stuff to share with you, show you, and talk about. So going back to this past summer, I was out with my buddy Sean, and we dug a bunch of garnets. Here's some of those garnets right here. I gave away a large bag of these garnets to my friend Nicholas, and he's gonna tumble them up. But he gave me this in exchange for that. I don't even know what this is. Haven't identified it, but he tumbled it up. Very pretty stone. I'm going to show you one of the garnets. This is the big one. Check out that garnet. Now, this is just I cleaned all the rough off of it, basically on the flat lap. But you can see how fractured up it is. Still pretty cool because of the size. I like it. Not everything has to be the most amazing specimen in the world. So that's fun. That'll go in the house on the good rock case. A couple of things to bring up. Now, I think we have a problem culturally. Okay, the problem is the actually crowd. Now, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but let me explain what the actually crowd is. It's people that have no authority to speak on a subject and no real knowledge to speak on that subject, yet they still feel the need to speak on the subject. I'll give you a great example. This past summer, myself and Sarah, we were rock hounding on the Yellowstone River in Montana. Now, it's just a big river, goes through lots of big stretches of public lands and stuff. It's perfectly acceptable to rock hound there. Well, I've had 2 comments now of people being like, take this video down immediately. Don't you know it's illegal to take rocks from Yellowstone? And if I could roll my eyes harder, I would. Look, the Yellowstone River is very long, and it spends the vast majority of its length not within Yellowstone National Park, which, yeah, you can't take rocks from National Park, and but it's these clueless hall monitors, right? And they are wrong 100% of the time, and I see it more and more, people being like, you can't take that many rocks from that location. Don't you know blank? And they're wrong 100% of the time. I've never seen somebody that's like, actually, don't you know? And then they're correct. is what it is. But it's an interesting phenomenon that you have these people that just kind of like have a little tiny bit of knowledge on something and feel the need to try to, I don't know, flex that knowledge on others without actually questioning whether or not it's right. The reality is, when it comes to rock hounding and how much material you can collect and stuff, it's a very, how to say it? It depends on anything outside of the federal system. It's a state by state issue, and it's a location by location issue. Example, I see a lot of, you can't take rocks from state parks. I see that all the time. You see it on Facebook, stuff like that. They never ask what state park you're in. They never ask what state you're in. They just assume that, well, the state park near me maybe says you can't, so therefore it must be able to be the rule across all the United States. Do you get what I'm going with here? The actually crowd needs to, I don't know. They need a timeout. They need to put on the dunce cap and go back to the corner. So, rocks. Let's get back to some rocks. Todd's a super swell guy, and he sent some jasper here for me to cut up and play around with, which is awesome. Let's look at some of this jasper here. Now, that is very, very green and very, very pretty. Look at that. Look at this piece right here. I can't wait to do something with that. That piece is very dark. Just beautiful stuff. He told me where he got some of this stuff, so I'm gonna get some jasper at some point. At some point here in the coming warm weather season. What else do we got? Oh, okay. So Kyle over at World of Rockhounds. He also runs I think 2 Facebook groups, one for Washington, one for Oregon. Swell guy. He sent me a letter along with a very special rock that I'm having to keep in my pocket because it's so cold. He says, a little ways back, you got a letter. A little ways back, you had mentioned that if one of the anhydros ever evaporated, I'll talk about what an anhydro is here in a second, that you would like to test it. And I told you I would send you one if it ever did. Well, here's my chance. It's not completely evaporated, but it's lost a significant source of water. He tried to make sure it was padded and stuff. Did a great job. It's here. And I'm going to take my glove off here because I'm going to butterfingers it otherwise. Warm them hands up. All right. What we have here is an agate. Now, this isn't just your average agate. An anhydro, you see that? Look at that. We have some water inside this. He said it was about half full, and now we just got under a 1/4 inch of water in it. Take a good look because it's going back in my pocket. When I said it was cold out here, I'll give you an example. I wanted to do a video out here, and wanted to show a rock wet, so I brought the spray bottle out and sprayed some water on my rock to show it, and the water flash froze into ice on the rock, so chilly. So here's my plan for the anhydro. Well, first off, an anhydro is going to be like a rock, mineral, whatever, crystal, with water trapped inside it, usually with an air bubble so that you can see it move. You can see it move around. Ones that have the potential to have water loss are going to have maybe a microscopic crack on it, and small amounts of evaporation will take place over time. So to refill this, we're going to do the easiest things first. I'm going to take a bowl of distilled water, and I'm just going to soak it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do weekly weigh-ins here on the channel. So every single week, what we're going to do is we're going to give this guy a weight right here in grams. And we can leave this thing soaking in distilled water and weigh it and see if we're picking up any water. So right now we are at 33.9 grams, and I'm going to soak this in the house. And I think we should know within a couple of weeks or so if it's picking up additional water or not. And I have some other ideas on how to potentially refill a dehydrating Enhydro. And it should be a lot of fun. And I can refill it and then mail it back to them. And it'll be some fun weekly content. So I think that said, we're going to call this one wraps. Thanks for stopping by the channel, everybody. I hope you're having a swell weekend. And I'll have to catch you on the next one. I got 2 great videos coming up this week, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, take care.